romantic body language, how to read hand gestures. Alright, so maybe you're halfway through the date and you're trying to figure out how the date is going. You're not quite sure. You're wondering if your date is feeling you or not. A good way to find out or to put yourself on the right track is to watch their hands and observe what their hands have been doing, their hand gestures. Now, if you notice that your date has been doing a lot of body scratching with your hands, for example, if you notice that your date is constantly scratching their hair, with their fingers, or just, scratching a part of their, maybe scratching their arm, or you notice that they're scratching their back. If you notice that they're using their hands to scratch quite a bit, again, it's not necessarily a sign that they are dirty. So no, it's if you're noticing that your date is scratching every now and then, it's not necessarily a sign that they're dirty. It's just they're essentially showing you that they are actually interested in you. It's an actual good body language sign, romantic body language sign. So if you notice that they're constantly scratching their hair or scratching, their clothing or their hand or even their face, then there's a very, very good chance that they actually like you. This is a form of what we call preening, and in essence, it's just preening is basically when your date is using their hands to essentially indicate that they are interested in you by maybe scratching themselves, but not necessarily scratching because they're itchy. It's just a nervous scratch. They could do that, or they could adjust some form of clothing on themselves, maybe adjust their tie or their collar or their blouse. But in this case, we're talking about scratching themselves, like physically. That's a sign of, to some degree, a sign of nerves, but it's a sign of good nerves. So if you're noticing that your date is every now and then, if you're scratching every 2 seconds, then obviously there's a problem. You don't want that. They probably haven't taken a shower in a year or something. But we're just talking about every now and then there's a scratch here, a scratch there. It's more of a nervous scratch. They're not really itching or anything. They're just nervous. But it's a good nervous. It's a nervous that's telling you that their body language to you is open. And they're essentially actually hoping that you are enjoying them as well. So if you're noticing this, you're noticing preening, and that means they're actually interested in you. I'm Lucas. Talk to you next time.